You felt it, that moment when your dog rests his head on your knee and looks up at you, or when your cat curls against you in the dark and begins to purr. And somewhere, quietly, you've wondered, does he actually know how much I love him? Can an animal truly feel that, or are we only imagining it? Here is what science is beginning to find, and it is more beautiful than most people expect. The animals who share our homes may understand our love far more deeply than we ever realized. Not in words, in something older than words. Today, we'll look at the real signs that your animal knows it is loved, and what that love looks like from their side of the bond. Stay with me to the end, because the last sign will stay with you. Let's begin. The first sign is the one you see every single day, and you've probably never realized what it really means. It's the look. When your dog gazes into your eyes, something extraordinary is happening inside both of you. Scientists in Japan discovered that when a dog and the person they love share a long, gentle gaze, both of their brains release oxytocin. Oxytocin is the same hormone that floods a mother when she holds her newborn. It is quite literally the chemistry of love. And here is the part that gives people chills. It doesn't only rise in you, it rises in your dog too. The same loving loop that bonds a parent and child is the one that bonds you and your animal, on the couch, across the room, in the quiet moments.
When your dog finds your eyes and holds them, soft and unhurried, he isn't only looking at you. His body is telling him that he is safe, he is home, he is loved. Cats do something similar, though they are quieter about it. That slow blink your cat gives you, the lazy closing and opening of the eyes, behaviorists call it a cat kiss. A cat will not slow blink at something it fears. It is an act of pure trust, offered only to those it feels safe with. So the next time those eyes find yours and hold on, understand what you are seeing. You are not imagining the love in that gaze. You are watching it happen, in real time, in a language older than any word. Have you seen that look today? Hold on to it, because it is only the beginning of what they are telling us. The second sign lives in something you do without thinking, your voice. Your animal knows it. Out of every sound in the world, they have learned the particular music of you. Researchers have shown that dogs can pick their owner's voice out of a crowd of strangers, and that simply hearing it lowers their stress, slows their heart, and settles them. Cats do it too. A study found that cats clearly recognize their owner's voice. They just often choose not to make a fuss about it. And this begins early. The puppy and the kitten learn your voice in their very first weeks of life, long before they understand anything else about the world. The one voice that means warmth and safety.
But watch closely, and you'll see the ears turn, the head lift, the whole body soften when you speak. Even the way you speak to them matters. When you slip into that gentle, sing-song voice, the one you would be a little embarrassed for a stranger to hear, your animal leans in. They prefer it. That tone tells them, this is the voice that feeds me, that strokes me, that has never once meant harm. And in a house full of noise, televisions, traffic, other people, it is your voice they are waiting to hear. There is a reason a frightened dog presses closer when you murmur to him in the dark, why a nervous cat settles at the sound of your hello. You have become, to them, the sound of safety itself. If your animal is near you right now, say their name, softly, the way you always do, and watch what happens. That little reaction you'll get, the ear, the glance, the wag, that is recognition. That is trust. That is an animal telling you, in the only way it can, that your voice means love. The third sign is one you can feel against your own body. It is the lean. The way a dog will back into your legs and let his full weight settle against you. The way a cat will climb onto your chest the moment you lie down and refuse to move. The way a horse will rest its enormous head on your shoulder and simply breathe. Animals do not waste closeness on those they do not trust. In the wild, being cornered, being touched, being leaned on can mean danger.
So, when an animal chooses to press its body into yours, it is doing something deeply vulnerable. It is saying, with you, I do not have to be on guard. Touch releases that same oxytocin we talked about, for both of you, every time you stroke them and every time they lean in. It lowers blood pressure, eases anxiety, and deepens the bond a little more with each contact. Scientists have measured it. Even a few minutes of gentle petting can calm an anxious animal and leave it visibly more content. And notice that they come back for it. They do not lean once and wander off. They seek you out again and again. The warm spot beside you on the sofa, the foot of your bed, the square of sun nearest your chair. Your nearness is something they want. Some animals will even rest a single paw on your hand, a small, deliberate touch, as if to say, "I'm here, stay." That is not instinct alone. That is affection, chosen and repeated. So if there is a creature in your life that keeps finding its way back to your side, understand what that constant returning means. It is love, looking for somewhere to land. The fourth sign might be the most moving of all, because it is the moment the love flows the other way, from them to you. Animals feel our emotions. You have likely lived this. You are crying, quietly, alone, and a soft body appears at your side. The dog who was asleep in the other room, the cat who normally keeps her distance, suddenly here, pressing close, watching your face.
This is not a coincidence. Studies have shown that dogs are drawn to people who are crying, even strangers, and that they will push past barriers to reach someone in distress. They read our faces. They hear the change in our breathing. They even smell the chemical shift that comes with our stress and our sadness, because emotions have a scent, and their noses are thousands of times more sensitive than ours. When your animal comes to comfort you, it is not because it wants something. It is because something in them cannot bear to see you hurting and not respond. That is empathy. That is love doing what love does, showing up. Many people who have lived through the hardest nights of their lives will tell you the same thing, that the only one who stayed close, who did not ask questions, who simply pressed in and refused to leave, had 4 legs and a heartbeat. So the next time you are low and you feel that gentle weight settle against you, know that you are being loved on purpose. They came because it was you, and being there, for them, was the most natural thing in the world. Before we go on, if any of this is resonating with you, take a second to hit that like button. It truly helps these gentle little stories reach more people who love their animals the way that you do. The fifth sign happens at a moment you might not even witness, the moment you come home. Think about the welcome.
The spinning, the wagging, the crying, the toy carried over like a gift, the cat appearing at the top of the stairs the instant your key turns. We have seen it so many times we forget how astonishing it is. Because to greet you like that, they first had to miss you. They had to hold the memory of you while you were gone, feel your absence, and then feel the rush of joy when it ended. Research suggests animals have a sense of time passing, that a dog left alone genuinely experiences the wait, and that the longer you are gone, the bigger the welcome when you return. Some dogs will sit by the window for hours. Some learn the exact sound of your car, your footsteps, the particular rhythm of you on the stairs, and begin their celebration before you have even reached the door. That waiting is not nothing. It is devotion measured in minutes and hours. And here is the quiet truth underneath it. You are the best part of their entire day. Not the food, not the walk, you. The whole shape of their world bends around the moment you come back into it. If you have someone who greets you like you have been gone for years when you have only been gone an hour, do not rush past it next time. Kneel down, let them love you, because that welcome is one of the purest things you will ever receive, and they mean every second of it. The sixth sign is something psychologists noticed when they began studying animals the way they study children. They found that your animal looks to you the way a child looks to a parent. There is a famous experiment, the same one used with human babies, where a dog is placed in an unfamiliar room. With their owner present, the dog explores, plays, feels brave. The moment the owner leaves, the confidence drains away. And when the owner returns, the dog rushes back, settles, and grows bold again. Scientists call you a secure base. You are the safe place an animal returns to so that it can face the world. This is the language of attachment, the deepest bond one creature can form with another, and your animal has formed it with you. It means that in a confusing, sometimes frightening world, you are the fixed point, the one they orient toward, the reason they feel safe enough to live fully. Take that safety away, rehome an animal into a strange new place, and you will often watch it grieve and search for the person it lost, because the bond was never really about the building or the food. It was always about you. A dog at the vet will search the room for your face. A cat in a strange house will hide until it finds the one scent it knows, yours. When the thunder comes, when the strangers arrive, when the world gets too big and too loud, they look for you. Because somewhere along the way, you became their definition of safe. That is not a small thing to be. To be someone's safe place is one of the highest forms of love there is.
And without ever being told, without understanding a word of it, your animal has chosen you to be theirs. The seventh sign is a harder one, but it may be the most honest proof of all, because it shows up in absence. Animals miss us, and when they lose us, they grieve. We have all heard the stories. The dog who waits at the station every evening for an owner who will never step off the train again. The dog who lies on a grave and refuses to leave. These are not myths. They have been documented again and again across the world and across species. Animals who stop eating when a companion is gone. Cats who wander the house calling for someone who has died. Elephants who return to the bones of their dead and stand in silence. Grief is the price of love, in animals just as in us. You cannot mourn what you never loved. So when an animal falls into sorrow at a loss, it is telling us something it could never say out loud, that the bond was real, that it mattered, that the missing piece left a hole shaped exactly like the one who was loved. This is the part people sometimes find hard to hear, but there is comfort in it too, because if they grieve us when we are gone, then they cherished us while we were here. Every ordinary day you spent together, the walks, the meals, the quiet evenings, was being stored away as something precious. We are not just their caretakers. We are to them irreplaceable.
And that, perhaps more than anything, is the measure of how deeply they were able to love us all along. And that brings us to the last sign, the one that ties all the others together. After everything, the gaze, the voice, the touch, the comfort, the waiting, the safety, the grief, we arrive at a single, quiet truth. Your animal may not know the word love. It will never say it. It cannot send a card or make a promise or tell you in any language you would recognize how it feels. But look at everything it does. It seeks your eyes. It calms at your voice. It leans into your hands. It comes to you when you cry. It waits by the window. It finds safety only in you. It mourns you when you are gone. If a person did all of those things every day without fail for years, we would not hesitate for a second. We would call it love. So why would we hesitate for them? They are not imitating love. They are living it in the only language they have, the language of presence, of loyalty, of showing up and staying close. It is a love with no agenda and no fine print, asking nothing in return but the simple chance to be near you. They love without conditions, without grudges, without ever keeping score. They ask for so little and give us their entire hearts. And here is the thought I want to leave you with today. All this time you have spent wondering whether your animal knows that you love it. It has been answering you every single day in 1,000 small and wordless ways. Yes,
It knows, and it has loved you right back, more purely than you may ever fully understand. So go and find them, and let them know it too. If this touched something in you, then you already understand the bond we are talking about. Take a moment right now and tell us in the comments about the animal who has loved you, their name, and the little thing they do that says it without words. We read everyone, and there is nothing more beautiful than this community sharing the creatures that have shaped their lives. If you would like more gentle journeys into the hidden inner world of animals, what they think, what they feel, what they understand about us, then subscribe and stay with us, because there is so much more wonder ahead. Thank you for spending this time here today.
Now go and give them a little extra love. They have more than earned it. And we will see you in the next one.